I'm Phil Harding, talking about the 1980s, PWL and Stock Aitken Waterman. This guy needs no introduction. Number one in March 1989, the second arrival from Australia from the Neighbours show, as we all know, Jason Donovan. I believe that was his second hit. And I've got in front of me the credits of these types of records that went out from PWL. And it's worth just mentioning a few people because it all goes to making up that sound. And there's a very unique backing vocal sound behind most of the Stock Aitken Waterman records. And the credits on that one you just heard, May McKenna, Mike Stock, Miriam Stockley. And May and Miriam were just absolute stalwarts, you know, fantastic sound, fantastic blend. But actually on many of the records I've played during this show, Mike Stock is doing backing vocals on the Brilliant record, on the Dead or Alive record, and not something he particularly talks about. Engineered by the wonderful Karen Hewitt, we got her in from Australia. Yo-Yo, guitars there by Matt Aitken, he's a fantastic guitarist. People don't really understand that much, that major contribution, wherever you hear guitars on PWL records, mixed by Pete Hammond. Extra keyboards by George DeAngelis. He's gone on to do a lot of Hollywood music scripts and things like that out there. So, 89, PWL Records. You've had Kylie moving on to her second album. We're going to play a track from that next. You've got Jason arrived. And I think it was 89 was the year that we had something like 40% of the singles charts for the year. And I remember going to a conference in 1990 and an executive from an American label almost complaining to his people that who are these PWL Records, independent label, independent distribution, outdoing us in the UK charts? What's going on? Well, come album 2 with Kylie, Pete asked me to get a bit more involved. I wasn't very involved in album 1. This was the start of the move back to trying to regain what had been kind of lost in the clubs and the club audience that we had pre-Kylie and Jason arriving. And I remember mixing this track, and this is how fast we could turn things around. The following week, when I was driving out to the countryside with my family on a Friday evening, escaping London, and on it came on Capital Radio, and I really thought, yeah, I enjoyed doing that mix, and boy, does it sound good on the radio. Hope it still sounds good now. Hand on Your Heart by Kylie Minogue.
Put your hand on your heart and tell me that we're through.
Kylie, one of our favourite artists, even though I might have been detrimental to the effect overall of the output of PWL, but she was fantastic, so professional to work with. I had the great opportunity to write a song with her, with Ian Curnow, and in fact we produced one of the last recordings before we left PWL for her first Greatest Hits album, her version of Celebration. So the tremendous thing in 1989 is that a young girl in Liverpool could go up to Pete Waterman after doing his radio show there, which he did every Saturday morning, and hand him cassettes, which I believe she did week in, week out, until it got to the point where she was bugging him so much. He listened to one of the cassettes, liked her voice, invited her down to London. The boys had written a track especially for her. You know, they would always discuss the artists that they're writing for lyrically before writing the song, so that hopefully it was aimed directly for and at the artists themselves. And it was an eye-opener to me, because when I was doing this mix, Pete described meeting this girl, bringing her down. We'd all met her. She fitted in fantastically, made the record, and the record went to number one. Wow, it really felt like we could almost do anything, riding on the crest of the wave. You'll Never Stop Me From Loving You, Sonia. I thought that was a fantastic record. Plenty of people criticised it, criticised Sonia, but that first album that she did with us at PWL, Ian and I went on and wrote some songs and produced tracks for it. And in fact, when we left in the early 90s and Simon Cowell signed her to his label, we did a few records with her there. And she's back in the limelight, Eurovision coming up. The Liverpudlian, bubbly, fantastic girl that she is. It's great to see her featured back in major media. So we're going to finish 1989. By the way, those last three records, all number one throughout 1989. And the exciting thing earlier in the year was that Donna Summer arrived, not just to do one track, but to do a whole album. Not to do covers, but to do Stock Aitken Waterman songs and songs that she co-wrote with them. And a couple of fantastic comeback singles had made the album a big success. And I got to remix this one, Love's About to Change My Heart. I mean, it was an absolute honour for everybody to be working with her, and she really enjoyed it. I think she was possibly a little hesitant about coming over and working with producers and writers that were so pop orientated, but boy, did it relaunch her career. Wow. Donna Summer, Love's About to Change My Heart.
I never needed someone
anyone here when